Hey, Timmy. Welcome on. I'm excited to have you on the podcast today.
Yeah, thanks so much for letting me on here. I really appreciate it.
100%, bro. Yeah, let's just I know you've had a crazy journey with UGC, and I want to interview you and learn more about your story. And a lot of viewers probably very interested in learning more about, how you became, very successful as a 19-year-old freaking UGC creator in college. So I want to dive into that if that's cool.
Yeah, that sounds great. So, 30 days ago, I started creating content for the first time in my life. I started out with my Instagram and my personal brand, which I tried to build up. And then after about a week, I was like, wow, I think I could make some money. I had a friend who did UGC. So I was like, this is definitely something that I can get into. I first started out on side shift. I got a couple of gigs and I realized I was getting underpaid. And so I kind of scaled up from there and I landed my first $500 gig and then 750 and then now $1,000. And I'm making about 2.5K this month guaranteed without any CPM deals.
Wow, that's amazing. And you said, I mean, you're living the college life and you're 19 years old, right?
Yeah. I started when I was 18. I turned 19 a few weeks ago. And then honestly, it's really just like 3 to 4 hours a week. I sit down and record, I edit, and I just send the videos out, upload them. And it's anyone can do it. It's super easy.
How do you manage college life and being a UGC creator at the same time, making money online?
So I set aside about a few hours just to script out my videos and then record. Batch recording is super useful. You really have to get into that. It's honestly, it doesn't take as much time as people really think it does. So it's something really simple.
100%. And then even for anyone listening to this call right now, what would you tell that person that's on the edge of starting online business or starting UGC? What would you tell them if they're a little bit nervous or scared and they need that extra push, right, to get started?
Yeah, if you don't start, you'll definitely regret it. You'll wish you had that money in the bank account and the skills that you'll learn from it. If you're on the edge, just go for it. Like you can easily do it. I promise you. It doesn't matter who you are. It takes about an hour, 2 hours to start just to like learn what you're doing and what you'll have to do and how you're going to get these deals. And then from there, you have to put the work in at first. It's definitely a little bit of a learning curve, but it shouldn't be too hard. I would not be too worried.
Yeah, 100%. It's not hard at all. And even for you, what was it like filming your first UGC video out there? And explain even in general, what is UGC for that guy that's listening that doesn't even know what UGC is?
So UGC, it's making videos for brands, like natural organic content, but you kind of slip in an ad. So if you ever like watched a video and there the guy's talking about whatever, he's talking about school, how hard school is and whatever, and then he's like, I study with this, that's a UGC video. Like I study with this brand and stuff like that. And the thing is, when I first started, what was really hard for me was kind of like feeling natural on camera. Like that was insanely difficult. Like feeling comfortable watching these back and listening to yourself speak was super weird. But as you go on, you'll get more comfortable and you'll like start to not care as much and just like be confident with what you do.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of felt that same way. When I first started, I was like, what do I even do? How do I even act on camera? Like I have no camera confidence, but nobody starts with camera confidence, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that you have to learn. It'll take you a little bit, but every time you do it, you'll get better at it. And you just have to remember, like, no one really cares what you're doing, and you're getting paid for it, so that always helps.
For sure. And even for you, bro, what's the bigger goal with UGC? Where do you want to be in 2 years, right? And what's the main purpose why you even started a UGC business in the first place?
I started UGC to help build connections with brands and stuff like that. Like the amount of connections in the space that this has is amazing. Like I've already talked to so many different people who are doing so many different things, people with like thousands of followers, people who are building their own businesses, their startups. And I started doing it to get into the AI space and I really wanted to land an internship or land a role. And I've been, talking to all these different people who have these roles and it's been super helpful.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're using it as a a function or another vehicle to get to the end goal for you.
Yeah, I'm definitely using it as a stepping stone, but along the way, I do want to build my income with it. I do have a goal of 10K by the end of the year, so I'm gonna see if I can make
Go.
that happen. I'm pretty confident with it, so I don't think it'll be too big of a problem.
100%. Yeah, with the right tools, frameworks, systems, you can get there. With that being said, how are you planning on getting there then? What systems, tools, frameworks, even content are you kind of putting together to get to that goal?
In order to get to that goal, I'm really gonna start working on making the most like viral hooks that I can make. starting to script out my content a lot better, getting better systems where I set aside time just to script, like 2 hours, hopefully. I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to make videos for this brand, and this brand. I'll start here. I'll start with the hook for each video, and then I'll go from there.
Yeah. And then with my coaching, because we've been, you know, I've been coaching you for a bit. And with my coaching, like, how has that helped you learn more about content and, systems around content to scale essentially your, feed, your organic content, and also like UGC in general?
Yeah, so in general, before I was super lost on how to like make your content that in a way where it wouldn't take me, 2 hours literally just to get a video idea for my personal content. I was spending way too much time. And then what would happen is if this idea wasn't even that good or if the video didn't come out super great, I would still have to post it because, I didn't have anything else. But it helped me with make systems where I'm gonna have like I have 3 different sections and I can pull from these sections anytime I want to make a video idea super quickly. It'll just save me a ton of time.
Let's go, bro. Yeah, content systems are crazy. Once you get organized with content, it's game over, especially with UGC, organic content, scaling your personal page. Like, it's insane. The systems that you can put into place and the results that you can get from systems to depend on. It's a beautiful thing, to be honest. With
Yeah.
that being said, bro, what mindset tips would you tell someone you know, that thinks like UGC like isn't possible for them in college to make money online? Like, what would you tell someone that doesn't even believe making money online is possible for them in college?
I would honestly just tell them to, talk to someone in the industry if they have a friend, if they know someone, and just kind of learn from them for a second. But it's really possible for anyone. Like if you have that belief, you're really holding yourself back and that's it. Like you're holding yourself back from the opportunity that you can get, the money you can make. It probably takes you, for the first time you're gonna film your first video, it's gonna take you like 30 minutes, of course, maybe an hour. It won't be that great, but as you do it more, you'll get there. And all you really need is your phone. So like what's stopping you?
Mm, 100%. Exactly. And with that being said, like, where do you see your UGC business going after like this year when you do scale to 10K per month with, systems?
Hopefully, by that point, I'll have enough connections in the industry where they'll like my content. They'll see that that I'm giving them value. I'm giving them high views, high retention rates and stuff like that. So I'll be able to land some bigger retainers and have a little bit of less, like a lot of different small retainers built up. I can just get like a few different that I work for. And then from them, I do want to hop onto like an internship with one of these companies where I'll help them, grow their customer base, their audience.
For sure. It seems like you have big goals with UGC, and it's just, one of those segues into the bigger goal for yourself. With that being said, how did it kind of feel, bro, to make your first money online? You said you made almost $2,000 with UGC over the past like month here.
A little bit more than that. So right now I'm on track to make, I think it's like 2.2K guaranteed with no incentives. But of course, there is incentives out there that I'm going to land. But when I first started making UGC, I had no deals, nothing. And I made a video. It was like in 20 days, I'm going to make $2,000 to UGC. Watch this. And it was super hard. Honestly, I spent a lot too many hours than I needed to grinding because I didn't know what I was doing. It's going to be a lot more simpler from now on. But I hit the goal. I made $2,000 and I landed a bunch of deals. I was able to land probably like 4 or 5 deals. And at first, I did choose some bad deals. I'll be honest. I kind of wasted my own time. You have to remember that your time is valuable, so
Mhm.
don't go and waste it. I landed a deal that now I would say is way too low for me. But at the start, any experience is great experience, so just hop into it.
For sure. And how has UGC kind of changed your life after this, like, initial, month in UGC?
Not even UGC, just creating content in general has made me like so much more comfortable in the camera, in an audience, and made me way more well spoken than before. I think it truly is something that can really help you become more confident and more well spoken.
And what are the biggest, like, kind of skills that you're looking to get from building this UGC business that you're going to carry into other ventures in life?
I'm trying to learn UGC to like help out on the business side, learn some from the people who do it, how they run it, how they do like everything that they do. And on top of that, I really want to build connections. And I feel like it's a great place to meet people, build connections to all these different companies that if you ever, make your own company or you're in a business that you can always pull on in the future.
For sure. And even with content creation and all of this, like, how important was it having like mentorship and a coach in like this transformation?
It was extremely important to save myself time because before this, I was spending way too much time on the ideas and having a better system in place that can just get you like from 2 hours or like from 5 to 8 hours a week to like 2 to 4 hours a week or however much your time you're spending. It's definitely something that I would look into if I were you.
Mm, 100%. And how do you feel about the investment you made in your education? Like, what was your biggest doubt before making a commitment into yourself to get a content coach? And what would you say to others who might be dealing with like the same struggle?
Um, I would definitely look into it and make sure that they're actually legit beforehand. Like, of course, no one wants to get scammed, but you have to think to yourself, like, if you didn't do this, where would you be compared to if you did do this? And if the answer is you would be stuck in the same place and not where you want to be, if you have a goal that you want to go to and you think it'll help get you there, then I think it's a worthwhile investment.
Percent, bro. I appreciate it. Hearing your story is very inspiring, to be honest, and hopefully a lot of our viewers are very inspired as well. Last question, Timmy. Where can people find you on like social media?
If you want to see my journey and follow along for making 10K by the end of the year, you can follow me on btim2. So on Instagram and on TikTok.
Awesome. Cool, bro. Well, I appreciate it. It was a nice call, like learning more about your story. And yeah, thank you so much for hopping on with me.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
100%. All right. Peace out, bro.
Perfect.